So I'll do this. 1 second here. Got a few people raising their hand. Can I get at least 2 more? I got over 70 people on here. I got to have at least 5 people that'll say, yes, I'll share something. So let's see if I can get that many. I got 4 now. I got 4. Can I get one more taker? One more taker. Come on. It won't take long. It takes me about 10 or 15 minutes. We'll get through this. Got number 5. So I'll take more than 5, but at least 5. Thank you for those 5 who raised your hand. And we're going to get started here with the test of the golden nuggets for the day. So and let's see. All right, so we should be live now, and I'm going to bring on our first person. So the first person I'm going to bring on is going to be Akila. Let's bring Akila on, promoting her to a panelist here, and you should be able to share your screen there and unmute your mic. There's Akila. How you doing, Akila?
Hey, I didn't want to be first.
Well, you're first. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Well, share with us one thing that you learned today that really, kind of stood out to you.
Oh, there are so many, especially with the data. I'm a data geek because I'm a network analyst, so I'm just so ready to dive into all of those reports. But I love the fact that he says, take a look at the data, but also still like sort of dash check it. So if your driver is for the schools, go still talk to parents. Just don't take the data as hard facts and move forward with that. That was huge for me because I'm seeing the numbers from a reputable company. I'm like, oh, let's just go. This is a great market. Yeah, that was really huge for me.
Well, and the nice thing about where you are, because I've met you before. We met in Denver for the very first time a couple of months ago, and I introduced you to John. And so hopefully you guys can connect even more after this to be able to go over and dive into those numbers a little bit more, because I know that's probably something you'll want to do to be able to dive in a little bit deeper.
Yes. Thanks for the opportunity. This is so amazing. I've been glued to my computer all day long, like for the past 2 days. Like I can't get enough.
Well, great. Well, I really appreciate the compliments there. Thank you for being attentive, and also thank you for being here with us. And going to bring on another guest with us here today. Let's have Chris. I'm going to bring Chris on here. I'm going to promote him to the panel as a panelist here, and just accept it there and unmute your microphone. All right, Chris, what was your takeaway for the day?
Hey, Dan. Boy, my golden nugget today, again, there was a ton of information, such great content from all the presenters. But it was actually from your presentation this morning regarding, the systems and processes, making sure they're in place, and that communication with the high net worth individuals. And specifically the before, during, and after pieces where you broke that down. That really, you think about some of those things and you don't know what you don't know. And so I took really good notes there. And to me, that was a powerful start to the day. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you so much. And I was told by Stacy that I might have sounded a little bit irritated as I was going through that. So you could tell I was a little bit passionate about it.
You were, and it rang true, but fantastic. And thank you.
Well, thank you so much for jumping on here and sharing, Chris. I really appreciate that. I'm going to promote the next one, Jose. So, Jose, I'm going to promote you on here and have your video shown, and then I'll unmute your mic here, and we should be good to go. So you'll probably have to accept that on the video. There we go. Oh, I might have pressed the button at the same time. Let's see if he can get going here. Well, we can at least hear you, Jose. I don't know if maybe your camera is having a little bit of issues. Can you talk?
Yes, I can. I'm actually just replugging in the video. Let's see.
Okay. There you go. How you doing, Jose?
Thank you. It's a great event by all means, for sure. Thank you very much. A few things that I was really happy about is Vinney. Vinney Chopra's information on raising capital. Also, the panel was really interesting this early afternoon with Thompson and Monteiro and Yarusi and Sewell with discussions on the markets, because we're always looking at new markets or finding markets and seeing if the ones that we actually are dealing with are worthy of spending the time and everything. So I really appreciate that. I like your initial opening remarks as well this morning. So I'm enjoying things left and right. I gave up on making notes because there's so much. I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to the recordings and then I'm gonna take my time because I missed so much so far. Been driving around back and forth, but thank you very much, and I'll be joining next time as well.
I really appreciate it, Jose. Thank you so much. And I have Greg on here that's asked a question about the daily keynote presentations. Were they recorded for later review? Yes, they were. The Joe Fairless's from yesterday has been recorded, and it is in the closed MFIN forum that's only for attendees of the event. And so if you want to get access to that, you can just go to the MFIN forum. If you don't have access to that and you want to sign up, you can still sign up today. Go to mfinsummit.com. We have one other person that I'm going to bring on here. I have Neil Shep, and I can now ask him if I'm actually been saying his name properly. So let's get him on here. And he's been participating throughout the day and has been the most active person on the closed Facebook group just for the attendees. So Neil, I'm going to have you open up your camera there, open up your mic, and start sharing with us a little bit about what you learned today at the MFIN Summit for day 2. How you doing, Neil?
I'm good, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for being so participatory, if you will, in the online closed Facebook group as well as throughout the day today with some questions.
Yes, I love the networking aspect. That's the biggest reason why you come to these events is to network with other investors, to be around like-minded people. It's really what brings everything together. Some of the things I liked today was Scott's notes on the note investing. He had a lot of get down into the weeds and what it was about. He gave a lot of good resources. Danny and Brandon and Ty's presentation on communicating with brokers and CapEx. That was really, really good. I really liked Ty's. He was very candid. Like, this is what brokers are looking for. This is what it's about.
And it was coming from a broker.
Yeah, like it was really
he's
good.
He's a big-time broker for Cushman and Wakefield. Special guest.
It was really good to see his candidacy and to enlighten us on what is kind of expected. Like, listen, you have to conduct yourself in a certain manner, and you don't want to waste people's times. So that was really good. Whitney had some great comments on the authority platforms. He made some really good points. Just in general, the past 2 days have been very, very in the weeds. There's been a lot of good, detailed information. And you're doing a great job.
Well, I really do appreciate you being a part of the event and one of the attendees and sharing your testimonial there for what you learned today. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And for those of you who are watching us, I hope you have a good evening as well. If you're interested in watching tomorrow's sessions, we have another day of sessions. This was a 3-day online event called the Multifamily Investor Nation Summit. We've had speakers from all over the world speaking. We've had some from Australia and Israel. We had someone from the Bahamas today. We've had people all the way in Hawaii and Puerto Rico and Canada and all over the place. So if you want to join us for this summit, it is a game-changing summit, content-packed. Go to mfinsummit.com and grab your ticket. When you buy your ticket today, you will get access to the recordings from the past 2 days. You will also get access to the live event that's happening tomorrow on Saturday. So thank you so much for watching, and wish you the very best, and have a good rest of your evening.